everyone! Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm Star Wars competitor Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta.
And I am incredibly embarrassed.
No, come on. This is getting such a great response. Pretty fulfilled. So I should have opened the show last week with Bateman on here so he can back me up on this. This is because they never play the chorus. Get the chorus. Alright, that's it. Enough of that. I had a lot of fun doing that. I don't know about you, but
It was fun, but also scary.
Alright, enough of that. Let's get to this week. So, as I turn that down, I'm sorry, I'm tired.
We got two matches to talk about here. We've got two matches to talk about, as well as some drama that everyone cannot stop talking about.
Let's just go ahead and fucking talk about this quote unquote. You hear my air quotes and my anger. This drama. This is the dumbest shit ever, and I'm tired of it. It's dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I'm getting angry. I'm tired. I just got done doing a wedding. Baby woke up at 4 a.m. today, so I'm a little
sleepy boy.
I'm a little sleepy boy. Sleepy man. This is dumb.
So the drama is, let me try to pack this into a little nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
So Atlanta main event, you've got Bateman going against Merle. You got Gucci as the manager of the Finstock Exchange, of course. Mm-hmm. And everybody's up in arms because, I mean, it's hard to put it into a nutshell because, like, I think it was on...
Everybody just wants to know who the fuck is managing
Who's going to manage? Is Finstock going to manage both of them? Is he going to manage neither of them? Mm-hmm. Is Rocha going to manage Merle while Finstock manages Bateman? And it's just been all these, like, scenarios and back and forth.
And to be honest, I'm sorry for interrupting, but, like, Dagnino could have managed this better,
Yeah.
But it's a lot of the drama, quote unquote drama, that has been happening with the Finstock Exchange. A lot of it with Rocha. It's poor communication on Dagnino's part.
Yeah, I saw somebody somewhere. I don't know if it was a YouTube comment or a Facebook comment, but they were like, "This is Ben's fault because Ben went on. I forget if it was backstage. Mm-hmm. He hasn't been on SEN in a while, so it must have been backstage.
It was backstage.
And I guess it was like it's Ben's fault because instead of communicating with his team, in their own, group chat, he goes and airs his concerns in front of everybody on backstage, mm-hmm. on, him not being a fan of Rocha managing Merle. And so they were like, oh, well, it's Bateman's fault for, bringing it all up and not just talking with his team and bringing it up in front of everybody in a public forum. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that could be argued. Mm-hmm. And I guess, that makes it boil down to this could have been communicated in a different way. Yeah. But I feel like everyone's blowing it way out of proportion and just stirring the pot.
And that's what's fucking pissing me off. Is that everybody's like, oh, House of Cards, all these egos on the Finstock Exchange. It's like,
who wants to make a bet that the Finstock Exchange won't be together? And it's like, well, it's realistically, people are going to get traded. People are going to get dropped. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen. But it's just, it's interesting.
And what's really, it's really bugging me. It's like, it's the dumbest thing to be arguing about. Oh, who's going to manage who? Do we really think that this match needs to come down to management?
It's not. And you know what? In all honesty, I can see Bateman's point because everyone,
and I do. Yeah.
And now everyone's going after Dagnino like, oh, manager of the year. Wow, can't manage your fucking players. And somebody goes, wow, 3-time manager of the year, but Bateman pretty much, and this is not me saying it, this is me like paraphrasing what somebody said. They were like, oh, pretty much on backstage, Bateman admitted that Rocha would be a better manager than Finstock. It's like, no, that's actually not what he was saying. No. Because I kind of, if I'm understanding Ben correctly, mm-hmm. I can see where he's coming from and I kind of get it. Yeah. I think he was saying, I don't remember exactly what was said on that backstage, but I think he was saying that it would give a bit of an advantage for Rocha to manage Merle because now you've got 2 current champions. They've also held past belts. Mm-hmm. You've got 2 champs worth of knowledge
8 titles
with challenges and stuff. If someone were to challenge now, if Rocha has something that's in Merle's blind spot, he can offer that to Merle. Dagnino, his wealth of knowledge, probably not as
Yeah.
deep as Roka's.
Yeah.
And that may put Ben at a disadvantage if a challenge were to come up. I feel like that might be an angle that Ben was coming from.
Mhm.
That might not be all of it, but I can kind of see it.
That's pretty much what it boils down to. It's like you have somebody that's, no disrespect to Dagnino, 3-time manager of the year.
And deserved, I
and
think.
very well deserved. But he doesn't know as much about movies as Roka does, trivia-wise.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so it's basically, if you want to do it, look at it either way. It's Ben looking at it against. He's going up against guys that have 8 titles.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did
Think
your
about
homework. Yeah.
8 titles in one corner, opposed to 1 title in Ben's corner.
Yeah.
And that's really it. But then again, Dagnino's managed champions.
And I feel like this might just be another, unfortunately, another example of Dagnino kind of shooting first and then aiming later.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? I got to respect it because it's taking those kind of risks and being that kind of little bit reckless is probably what gives him the edge.
If he hadn't won Manager of the Year 3 times, managed multiple champions on multiple factions, multiple teams, I'd be like, what are you doing in this? Why? I would question it a lot more. But the guy's 3-time Manager of the Year.
Yeah, and I know that
So
the
it's
statement's
like,
been made that like, well, he's only Manager of the Year because he just gets saddled with good players.
You can get saddled with good players, but like you can run those titles into the ground.
Yeah,
Really.
Absolutely.
Because like Roxy Lexus goes, oh, he got stuck with these great players. So did you.
Yeah.
So did you.
Yeah.
So you can't make that argument. It's just happening. It's just the luck of the cards. So
I kind of wish that in this situation, hindsight's always 20/20, but I kind of wish if I had, any kind of say in the matter, I kind of wish that either it would have been like we stuck with the no manager thing, or to remain impartial, Dagnino could have been like, you know what? These are my boys. I don't want to get in the middle.
Let the
Reilly,
team,
you manage Bateman. Roka, you manage Merle.
And I think to me, I think anytime this situation.
Oh, but I don't think Reilly's going. Maybe that's part of the problem.
And that was the biggest problem about this coming from just backstage type point. You needed to get all this sorted out before you even get the tickets for airplanes booked. So I think that's why Christian was getting like so mad at Dagnino, because like you should have had this like settled like a month ago.
Yeah.
Just because I need to book.
True.
I need to book plane flights. But really, it's just like.
And also, somebody brought up, like the New York event, the Brooklyn event, and they were like, "Well, Koi managed both of his players."
That was different.
Yeah, it was a bit different. I agree.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like we're just grasping at straws to make people look bad.
I really think if a situation like this happens again, because it could,
It very well could.
Because you have Merle and Emily in the same division.
True.
Roke is going to be jumping into the Star Wars division. So there is a chance that this could happen again, where people, even other factions, faction mates could go up against each other. I think the rule should be no managers. If that's the case,
if it's faction member against faction member
against faction member, if that's the fairest way to do it, is no managers.
Yeah.
So
that probably would be the fairest way to do it.
That would be the fairest way to do it. And that's why I suggested, like, can we just agree that if this has happened again, because there's a fair chance that it might, let's just like, hey,
add it to the rule book, Christian.
Well, not just like within. I suggested within our factions, like if this happens again, because
an internal rule.
Internal rule, like if this happens again, it could possibly happen. Let's just agree, no managers, because
because also think about it, all 4 of the horsemen and plus other members of your faction they're all singles too. So they could go against each other in the singles tournament at some point.
And I think, and everybody's like, oh, there's all this controversy. There's no controversy unless you lose. And we haven't lost yet.
I mean,
we haven't lost yet. All of our matches,
that's true.
All of our matches we've won.
It's very true.
So, and just looking from the outside in and the inside out, or whatever the hell however you want to put it, everybody's trying to find a way to take jabs at us.
Well,
just because like they're scared. Bottom line, everybody's trying to make this a big thing.
There's a lot of belts in the Finstock Exchange right now, so everybody wants to see it crumble.
There's a lot of potential in the team. There's a lot of already proven competitors on the team. Everybody's scared. Everybody wants to tear us down because they're scared that we're going to do exactly what we're setting out to do.
Well, because look at you guys on paper. I mean, you've got almost all of the belts
Yes.
in this one faction
Mm-hmm.
being managed by the 3-time manager of the year.
Mhm.
It's kind of like when you're sitting on top, where's the only place you can go?
You only go down.
So everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants to be able to say, oh, wow, how the mighty have fucking fallen.
Yeah.
Like everybody is just thirsty to see that.
Yeah.
So it's no surprise people are capitalizing on this and taking jabs every which way. But, the way I look at it, if I was a Schmoedown competitor, I would probably be not a very good trash talker, which might come as a surprise to some of our friends because I talk a lot of shit when we like get together and play games with each other and that kind of thing. I talk a lot. But if I was in this kind of situation, if I was in the Finstock Exchange, man, I don't talk shit because I'm like, let my actions do that for me because I'm afraid to talk shit because then if I lose, then it's like, oh, wow. God, you had a big dick over here. What happened? And all of a sudden you fucking losing all that talk before? I don't know. It just makes me nervous to be like, well, we haven't lost yet. Well, I'm not it's going to happen. I mean, obviously, one of them is going to lose next weekend.
We're going to lose eventually, but it's like, I'm not, and it's like, oh, we haven't lost yet. I'm not talking like shit. It's just, it's facts.
No, yeah, you're right. Facts. It is facts.
So I want to move on from this because again, I wanted to spend at least like 2 minutes on this, and we've gone 11 minutes on it.
Fuck.
But it's like everybody's just fucking scared that we're gonna just mow down this entire league.
And what a great problem to have that we have 2 people going for the belt from the same faction.
Exactly.
Like regardless of what happens, somebody's gonna be upset, and that sucks. Yeah. And I feel really bad for whoever that is. But what a fantastic dilemma to have.
It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate for us and everybody else that it's at the beginning of the season that this is happening. Mm-hmm. So whatever. Everybody can talk their smack. They can blow this up as much as they can. Bottom line is you're all fucking scared. So.
Oh boy.
All right, let's move on. Let's get to these matches.
Wow, I don't even know how to.
That's my shit talk. We'll let our game do the talking from now on.
Wow. All right. Well, real rejects. So the first match we have to talk about.
Sorry.
Let me just mosey on into this next topic. We've got the Real Rejects versus Cuckoo's Mess, not Nest.
I'm gonna butcher that. I'm gonna mess that up 50 times during this conversation.
Cuckoo's Mess. So Cuckoo's Mess consists of Video Drew and New Tom Rick Hong.
She slipped up once during the match and called him Rick. And she's like, Tom. Remind yourself to call him Tom.
Video Drew, I was not sure about her when she first joined. I was like, I don't know, we gotta dial this back. And I know we've mentioned that before, but she's grown on me. She's growing on me.
She's really grown on me. I love her character now. She's just like, she's so good.
And Real Rejects, as we all know, because they're not a new team, is John, I think it's Humphrey, not Humphreys.
Yeah.
And Greg Alba.
Yeah.
So for this match, I already texted Andrew just in case, later in the year when nominations come out for awards, I'm like, that shit's gonna get nominated for Team Centrist of the Year because all the faction, well, I don't know if it was every single faction member, but a bunch of the faction members came out. Everybody was wearing masks. Alba was wearing the V for Vendetta mask, Roka's mask. And he said something along the lines of, well, since Roka stole his entrance of the year win, he's going to steal Roka's mask or something like that.
Yeah.
And Roka, in true Roka fashion, came on stage, took the mask. And the thing that I thought was like, all right, well, that was pretty clever.
I do have to say this
Humphrey was wearing a Jigsaw mask from Saw. And I don't know if it was like they knew that Roka was going to do that, like they had planned for Roka to do that, but it was like, how did you? It had to have been staged. Now that I'm saying it out loud, but he took off the Jigsaw mask. It was a V for Vendetta mask. Is that what it's called? A Roka mask. We'll just call it a Roka mask because that's quicker. Yeah. He had a Jigsaw mask, took that off. Roka mask underneath, took that off, gave it back to Greg, and then underneath that Roka mask was another Jigsaw mask. So I had to admit funny. That was pretty good.
But do we count that part as the entrance? Because they're already sitting down at this point. Do we still count? I don't know. Whatever. I'm just saying it. Like if this gets, it very well might get nominated. But again, it's the beginning of the season, so we might forget about this. So that's kind of like the downfall of doing an entrance.
Maybe, but I'm sure there are people taking diligent notes.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I'm just salty.
I can tell.
I'm just very, if you can't hear it in my voice, I'm just salty. And I think it was Apple that made a comment in the promo saying, like, how much work did you do for your entrance? Like, how much work did you do for your entrance?
Walked out with it. Did he have a guitar?
He had a guitar. He had a persona.
And
he
a
had
cowboy
this
hat,
cowboy
maybe?
hat costumes. Like, I would argue that Rogan did more work because he was sick.
Like legitimately sick.
Legitimately sick. And then I said it on my on several shows. I took 2 months of work for my entrance. So did you do any work, Greg?
Salty.
I'm salty. I'm sorry. I'm going to be salty to the end of the
Round 1. So in round 1, there was a challenge. It was, I didn't write down the actual question, but there was a question about, it was probably in like horror thriller.
Yeah.
And the answer was it.
horror
Yes.
thriller.
Horror.
Horror.
Well, potato.
This
potato.
is your mother's New York accent coming in right now.
Horror. Because I can't. Horror.
Go drink your water.
Horror. It just feels weird and sounds
we
weird.
had like a 10-minute argument about this off air.
I like horror.
Whatever. What was it? Okay, so what was it was a challenge involving this question.
You know what my favorite is? Horror. Wow. My plans for the weekend? Horror. Anyways, so the answer was it. And like 3 of, I think somebody got it wrong. And then like 2 of them were said it chapter 1.
Yes.
And then Alba just said it, but he didn't say chapter 1.
And I immediately said challenge that because it's it chapter 1. And I could have sworn
and they did challenge
it chapter 1.
But the answer was upheld. They accepted it without the chapter 1. I did go on to, I mean, I don't know if IMDb is like the be all end all source, but I went on IMDb and it is just listed as it. It does not say chapter 1.
I really could have sworn that it was it chapter 1 because this is back when I was doing movie reviews that I could have sworn because I might go back on the channel and look at my review for it. I think it was it chapter 1 because everybody and their mother knew, well, not their mother, but like knew that chapter 2 was going to come out after chapter 1. So they entitled it chapter 1.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe it is. And I don't fucking know. But I was like, maybe it is chapter 1 because how would you distinguish it from the original?
Yeah, exactly.
It from whenever the fuck that came out. Bateman, tell me the year. But in IMDb, that one is credited as Stephen King's It. So I'm guessing maybe that's why.
Correct me if I'm wrong, people. That was a TV show,
oh,
miniseries.
I could be
wrong.
Shit, you're right. That's a TV miniseries.
It's a TV miniseries, so that technically that's not a movie. But I could have sworn it was it chapter 1, and this is why I can't compete in singles.
And this is why I can't do anything because that was a TV series. God, fuck me.
Oh my God.
All right, so they accepted it. He got it. Shockingly, or maybe not shockingly, both the Real Rejects got perfect rounds, but they both missed the bonus question. End of round 1, 14-16 in favor of the Real Rejects. Round 2, Rejects get 2,000s. They missed a question about the tree of the sacred tree of the Navi. Yeah. It was the tree of souls, but Cuckoo's Mess did not capitalize. They did not steal 2 points.
Yeah, they said something else like the mother tree or something like that.
Something along those lines. Yeah. They also missed the 51st dates with which day of the week does Lucy think it is? It was Sunday. Cuckoo's Mess again did not steal.
I said Monday. They said Monday too.
Yeah, and it was Sunday. I
sworn it was Monday.
Yeah, I don't fucking.
Because I was thinking, because her. What is it? Her license plate expired on a Monday, and that's why I went with it.
How do you remember that? I barely remember the fact it was Drew Barrymore. That much I know.
I love that movie.
Adam Sandler.
It's like one of the.
They live on a beach.
They live in Hawaii.
Potato, right, ladies?
I think people can argue with me, but like I think that's the last good comedy that Sandler has done in recent years, and I know it's not recent anymore. It was like 2004, I believe it came out.
Oh boy, I don't know.
Yeah, because it was my senior year of high school that it came out. But yeah. Anyways.
Okay, so I was gonna Google it, but you moved on too quick. Okay, so they picked up 8 points.
Yeah.
Then Cuckoo's Mess goes. They spin opponent's choice.
Oh yeah.
I think that was their second spin. I think their first spin was Denzel.
Yes.
Then they spun opponent's choice, and then Real Rejects was like, "No, fuck you. You're taking Denzel."
Yeah.
So it was a messy round. They went to multiple choice 5 times, if I'm not mistaken.
For all their questions, I think.
And they missed 3 of them. The Real Rejects only stole 1. They got 3 questions right in that round and only picked up 4 points, making it 18 to 24 real rejects. So they got stuck with the category that they just didn't do too well in, unfortunately.
Denzel is that it's one of those categories where it's like he's been in so many fucking movies that it's like, fuck, you can't. There's a lot of movies that I think Denzel, and it's like Man on Fire and like The Equalizer, and like there's movies that like I confuse other movies with because he's been in so many, like a lot of the movies that he's been in are like pretty much the same movie, just and he's just and he's just being Denzel.
Spicy.
And that's not a hot take. It's like it's
sorry, Denzel.
It's almost like the same characters. Almost, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. And like I don't want to piss anybody off. It's like he's in those movies. It's kind of like typecasting. I don't know. He's just playing this. I don't know. But like he just has so many movies, and a lot of them are like similar. And it's like, oh, I don't know which movie is which. So that's like a category.
Want to know how many Denzel movies I can name?
1.
Man on Fire. Equalizer, because you just said it, and that's the only reason. Remember the Titans?
Oh yeah. Oh, nobody can remember the Titans in this league.
Oh, zing. That's it though. Those are the only Denzel movies I can name.
Equalizer 2.
Oh, all right. What about Man on Fire 2?
And no shit, Denzel's great, and it's just he's been in so many movies, so it's a hard category, and it's like Meryl Streep.
Yeah,
so many fucking movies
for real.
So you'd think it'd be an easy category, but it's not.
So round 3, Video Drew. She actually had a very good poll. Yes. She had her 2-point question was about which Disney villain has blue flames for hair, and she pulled out Hades, and she did a good job. That was they needed it. Obviously,
and a lot of people might think that's like an easy pull, but like for somebody like Video Drew that I don't think is big on Disney movies.
Yeah,
that's a big pull for her.
I just, now that I'm reading it, I'm like, man, it wasn't really a great pull, but I wrote it down, so at the time I must have really been feeling it.
And can I say before we move on that like Video Drew came to play?
She did. In round 1, we were both like, whoa, look at this girl.
And this is the type of competitor that she's become, and it's like, when she first came out and you know, she didn't have a great performance in her first couple matches, and like I wasn't sure about her character, but every criticism that I've had towards her, she's sort of flipped me on all of them. I love her character now.
Yeah,
she's a really big fan favorite.
Yeah,
she was clearly the B player in the Looney Bin. It was the first. Yes, and you clearly, Tom was the one that was carrying that team, and I was like, if Video Drew is serious about going for a title, she's gonna have to step up her game. She's gonna have to do first round. I was like, God, she's. It was a noticeable
difference.
Yeah, a noticeable difference with her gameplay. I was like, wow, okay, Video Drew's coming to play. It's just she got bad luck with the second round, and you know, and in that. So I think Video Drew is going to take that next step as a competitor this season.
I hope so.
Yeah, I really hope so too.
And then the 3-pointer, new Tom, Rick, he had a big old pull because I don't remember what the question was, but he was really taking his time and kind of almost did not look like he knew it. And then he was just like, City of Angels.
That was either a big pull or he knew the entire time and was just playing with everybody.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Because
I was seriously like, oh no, honey, he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
But then he just like whipped it out.
Yeah.
5-pointer, unfortunately. It was about the movie Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman. Did I do it? Is he in that?
I think so.
I hope so. I think so. That's who I think of when I hear that movie title.
I can't singles. Don't ask me.
I'm gonna have to Google that later, but that's who I think of when I hear that movie title.
Yeah.
Anyways, they missed it, and Real Rejects win with a TKO, 23-24. No. But that was good for the Mercs because they really needed that.
Yeah, they did. They already had 2 losses, and if they don't win this, they're
0-3,
0-3, and they're really behind on the leaderboards. But yeah, this is another case with a team that could do some damage if they just need a couple more matches to get the chemistry.
Cuckoo's Mess.
Yeah. Real Rejects, you know, I think a lot of their matches is dumb luck and just like
I feel like they probably know more than they let on.
Yeah.
They just have that persona.
Yeah, I think they're one of these teams that if they really put in the work, they can be a legit contenders. It's just I think they're here for more entertainment and the fun of it, and they're still stuck in that like season of hey, it's just friends getting together, do fun trivia.
Yeah.
And they're a lot like a Wild Berries team where they could They could be a
Yeah.
really legit like contender. It's just like, we're here to entertain everybody.
It would also be pretty fun if they were like really buckling down, but kept up that whole like
Yeah.
front.
Yeah, that'd be
And then people
strategy.
people are always going to underestimate the real rejects. I think.
Yes.
Much like the Wildberries.
Mhm.
They, oh yeah, these two, what are they fucking
Because
drunk?
this is their second win.
I don't know.
I think it's their second win. I could be wrong with that.
But I think that would be pretty cool if
Yeah.
they were really like grinding it outside of this, like
Yeah,
really
just-
studying, but they kept up the whole like, whoa, what
Yeah,
am I doing?
because everybody's like,
What's-
oh, this is a gimme match.
never
This is a
seen
gimme
movies
match.
before.
Yeah. But with Cuckoo's mess, it's like it's another team was like it's just growing pains. So they need to learn their chemistry. They need to learn each other's strengths.
And it
and
was
weaknesses.
also Rick's debut,
yeah.
which I wonder what that's like to debut on a team instead of debuting in singles.
I think it might be a little easier, but then again, it's the whole chemistry and like working together type of thing. And
I
the strategy
kind
of
of
it.
personally,
Mm-hmm.
I feel the way about Rick that I kind of felt about Video Drew when
Mhm.
she first debuted. That I was like,
It's the new
you're
character.
gonna have to
yeah.
dial that character back a bit.
Mhm.
Gotta give him some slack because
Yeah.
first match, a lot of people come out and
swinging for the
they come out
fences.
swinging with the character, and then they
Yeah.
doesn't really hit. They kind of have to find their footing a little later on.
Mhm.
So I'm not like, wow, fuck this guy. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah.
I feel the same way that it's like, the baby thing might get old after a
Yeah.
while. Dial it back a little.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. He'll settle
And
into
it's
his
the
character.
whole MODOK effect. Like, how much do you pay attention to your character? And the more you pay attention to your character, the more it hurts your trivia knowledge. I think
Yeah.
the only person that did that successfully is Tom. Completely does a great character, but he still fucking like kills it with the trivia.
Yeah.
He's the only one that I've seen that is able to hit that character so hard and not
And, like, never break.
never break from it, never stray from it, but then like gets perfect round after perfect round,
Mhm.
missing
Still
only what
crushes it.
he's so far. Tom has only missed 4 questions.
Something
I think
crazy like
something
that.
crazy like that, and this. So it's for new Tom. I already forgot his name.
Rick Hahn.
Rick Hahn. I'm terrible with names. I'm surprised I can remember my own sometimes. It's just that thing of like, how much do I commit to this character, and if I do, it will hurt my trivia. You just got to find that balancing act.
Mhm.
Especially with being somebody like Video Drew, who also does a
Mhm.
great character.
A big character.
Yeah, and it's a big personality. So it's just growing pains.
He'll find his footing.
Yeah, he'll find his footing. I'm sure he will. They just need more matches, and if he goes into singles, it might be harder to do that too.
That remains to be seen
Yeah.
because, it wasn't round 2 was
Mhm.
really, really rough. So we'll see how he does if he does
Yeah.
make a foray into singles.
Mhm. And this is Dungeon's first match, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right.
And this kind of hurts the Dungeon, I think, because they have very few hard hitters, if any, in the single.
Heavy in Inner Geekdom.
They're heavy. All their points are going to be made up in Inner Geekdom because that's where their heavy hitters are. Because Zipper's improved, but it's just again determined to see how much he's improved since last season.
Yeah.
But under Kaiser's like tutelage and management,
Tutelage.
that's a fancy word, not really, but he's improved. And
He did,
but
yeah.
it's yet to be seen how much more he's going to bring to the table because like there's the only A-listers that we know of right now on Dungeon is Smets because
Everyone's talking up Robert Parker.
Everybody's talking about Parker, but like
He's not
get beaten. So we don't know if
he's a true rookie.
Yeah, we have no idea if he's going to live up to that hype. So really, the only A player they have proven is Smets.
Yeah.
So,
But Kaiser is no one to be underestimated.
no.
He was fantastic
Yeah.
last season, especially with his rookies.
this is a little bit of a stumble for the Dungeon right now, but we'll see what happens.
Everyone's going to stumble at some
Yeah.
point. And I think what the lesson that I learned from that match is
Mm-hmm.
that Ken really likes to sing.
In the past couple matches, he loves singing.
Yeah, like I feel like every little
Do you think-
opportunity.
Do you think Ken's a shower singer?
Oh, I could
I can totally see
I
that.
could see that. Maybe it would be
Maybe
hilarious.
maybe I'll call him to the afternoons and ask him that.
Hey Ken, I noticed you like to
Just
sing.
sing on the desk at the Schmoedown. Do you like singing in the shower, baby?
Kind of a weird question, but I'm also kind of curious. The next match. So Reilly versus Jeannine.
Boy, Reilly. Reilly has
Boy, Reilly.
so much to prove. This is a match where two competitors have so much to prove this season.
Yes, very much.
Because everybody's sleeping on Reilly. Jeannine has everybody behind it, including me. It's like this is Jeannine's year. This is Jeannine's year to get over that stupid hump of bad luck in her matches, and she's gonna go on a run. This is the first win that she needs to get, and to do it against somebody like Reilly would say a lot.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, okay, going against my patching mate, I have to go with my boy Reilly.
Yeah. But you've always been vocally supportive of Jeannine.
Oh yeah, no. I seriously think that this is Jeannine's year. Again, this is just a stumble out of the gate.
The thing that sucks, and that I almost hesitate to bring it up because people are allowed to have their opinions and whatever.
Yeah.
But it made me kind of sad because I saw a thread on Facebook where people were talking about this match and they were like, oh, Jeannine's so overhyped. I don't get it. I don't see it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And the thing that makes me sad is that Jeannine actually popped into the thread and she was like, if you're going to shit talk me and call me overhyped, at least spell my name right. Because they were spelling Jeannine wrong. And she was like, it's like jeans, like jean jacket, and 9 something. I forget what she said, but it's Jean 9. And she's like, if you're going to shit talk me, at least spell my name right. I'm like, well, at least the girl still got some fire in her.
Yeah, and this is, it's just the same problems that she's had in the last season keep rearing their head. Just bad luck. She's not getting the questions right. And I spoke to, after my first 2 losses, it's like I spoke to Mariano about this. Shout out to her.
Hell yeah, Mariano.
Love Mariano. He told me it's like, don't kick yourself for losing, because it's never really. The only time when it's really you versus the opponent is when it comes to strategy, figuring out their weaknesses and their strengths and putting categories on the wheel that go to your advantage. Really, when the match starts, it's you versus the questions.
Yeah,
and that's really what it boils down to. And Jeannine's just had these bad string of luck with her questions. Yeah. So it's gonna happen for her. It's just.
What team is she on? I'm such an idiot.
She's on the Usual Suspects.
Well, and with that kind of a manager behind her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because he was like, how stupid are you to let me pick her up? Okay, that's right.
Exactly. So, people can say that she's overhyped. I don't think so. I see it. I see the amazing potential she has. It's just she needs to get that. Because say what you want about the Schmoedown, 50% of your game is pure luck. It's a lot absolutely of it is luck. I'm like, unfortunately, Jeannine's an example of that. Cuckoo is a pure, almost 80% of his game is luck. And I'm an example of that too. I got bad luck of a 5-point question that nobody knew. Yeah. So I just think she needs to get more luck on her side, and just it's just unfortunate that unfortunate that it's up against a legend like Reilly.
Yeah.
So. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and get completely into this match.
So round 1, I know that we were actually watched this as it was premiering on YouTube. So we were watching it and we saw the live chat happening. Yeah. And everybody was like, wow, what is the matter with these two? It was not a very high scoring round. Yeah. It was at the very end of the round. It was at 5-6 in Jeannine's favor, actually. And everybody was like, wow, Reilly, come on. I thought you had a singles champion at one point. What the fuck is going on?
Nerves, luck, whatever.
And it's been a little while, rain, rust, and all that kind of bullshit.
First match of the year, you got to get the jitters out.
Yeah. So 5-6 in favor of Jeannine, and then into round 2, Jeannine opted to go first. She got DiCaprio. She went to multiple choice once, but she missed it. Reilly did not steal. Yeah. But then, and I don't know, I took better notes on the first match.
At least we took notes this time.
You took notes. Always a bright side. She missed a 2-point. She missed 2 points. She did not go to multiple choice, missed a question. Reilly stole it. And that was gigantic.
Huge. That was huge.
That steal was probably the match.
That was probably the match.
So he picked up 2 points from her. And then when Reilly went up, what did he spin? Horror. He really likes... I can't even finish that. Horror. Well, you know what?
It's spelled with an O.
Horror.
Oh, HORROR.
What just happened?
I'm bad at spelling. I gotta actually write it down in front of me. Whatever.
Reilly got horror. And he crushed that horror category. You really did.
It's spelled with an O, not an A.
Horror. So he only went to multiple choice one time, but he still got it correct.
Yes.
Every other one
It's
he
his
got
category.
got 2
He
points.
has a show, a live stream on his channel.
Oh yeah, his
dedicated,
Spooky Boy stream.
Yeah, it's dedicated to this genre.
Yeah.
So like when he spun it, I was like, oh,
he's gonna run it.
He's gonna run it, and this is what got him in the lead. So with a combination of that steal, Jeannine's category, and him running the table on his spin.
Yeah,
that's what really this is a great comeback. Like because he stumbles a bit in the first round. Everybody's like, Reilly, what are you doing? But it's like, hey, this is a veteran.
Yeah,
he doesn't panic. He gets
and like
steal.
Grace said, a messy win is still a win.
Messy win.
Even though I don't think I'd really call this messy.
This isn't messy.
The first round was just like, oh, okay, well, could have probably gotten a couple more, but still respectable.
And I look at this match, looking at Reilly. It's a veteran. It's a veteran play. Mm-hmm. It's a completely veteran play. He sees that he's stumbling. He's down 1 point in the after the first round. He takes his opportunity with the steal, and then again, lucky spin. He gets his own category that he loves. Runs the table, and then he goes into the third round with a considerable lead.
Oh yeah. So going into the third round, at the end of round 2, it was 10-14 in favor of Reilly. Mm-hmm. Going into the third round, Jeannine got her 2-pointer.
Yeah.
But then missed her 3 and 5. Reilly wins 12-14 via TKO.
TKO 3 points for the exchange.
Yeah, and then I just love that Dagnino just always has such great one-liners. Yeah. He said something. He's had this like train of thought type thing going on, which ended with "People are good, but we're great."
I mean, he's not lying.
He's not lying.
He ain't lying.
He's a legend.
And can I say what the hell is that outfit? I said it in the live chat. Like, well, damn, what is that outfit?
I fucking love it. that yellow ass jacket, no shirt underneath, that gigantic chain underneath too.
When you talk like this, I mean, your outfit's got.
Well, that's how I would.
I mean,
that's how he dresses.
I mean, when you talk like this, your outfit's got to be louder than that. So, I'm telling you, when you get soft spoken, but your outfit does the talking for you.
Talk softly, but carry a big belt.
By big belt, you mean loud outfits.
Yes.
But Jeannine's last round, I'm going to go back to that. Again, it's just unfortunate. I think her 3-pointer could have easily been a 5-pointer, I think.
Do you remember what?
I can't remember, but I remember thinking like, oh, man, it was Dune.
Oh, was that match?
It was Dune, yeah.
Oh, and people were talking shit in chat like, oh, come on, like they gave you like the entire cast. And it's like, hey, listen, have I seen Dune? No. Is that a surprise to anybody?
No.
But it's like, a lot of it is subjective. Just because you've seen the movie, Andrew, I'm sure I've said this before, but Andrew will hear a Star Wars question and he'll be like, have you seen the movie? And I'll be like, yeah, a couple times and I still don't know.
Yeah.
So just because you've seen it and you happen to know the answer doesn't make it an easy question.
Yeah. And staying on the subject of Star Wars questions, it's like, people say like if it rears its head in Inner Geekdom and it's like a 3-point question or a 5-point question and people are like, oh my god,
what color is Kylo Ren's lightsaber? oh my god.
Well, no, because like if a 5-point question in Inner Geekdom, people are like, oh my god, that's such a deep cut. It's like that's actually like a second round question.
But
in the
that's
division.
your point of view.
It's completely subjective.
To other people, that might be like, how in the holy shit do you know that? So that's one thing that just kind of like, I don't know, kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
When I hear people like, oh, that should have been a this many pointer, or I can't believe that was a that many pointer. Yeah. For you. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, did Jeannine know it? No, not in that moment. It must have been a good question.
And I don't know if you can look up what year Dune came out, but like Jeannine is
Would you like to make a guess at when Dune came out?
I don't. It's oh my god.
I'm gonna make a guess, even though no, I already saw it. Oh no, I didn't. Oh wait, 2020. There's another Dune coming out.
Yeah.
1984. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it's an 80s movie, and
84.
like I was born in 85, so and I only seen Dune once because my dad loved Dune, and I think he got the name from one of us, from either the actor who was the main character, who played the main character in Dune.
Oh boy, cast.
Yeah.
Kyle MacLachlan was
Yeah.
Paul Atreides.
And my younger brother's name is Kyle. So
Oh, is that where he got his name
yeah,
from?
we a lot of
Cool.
like so a little bit a little knowledge about the Dimalanta boys. All of us are named after, not named after, but our names come from actors. So
Is that movie about worms, the big worms in the
yes,
sand?
yes.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Dune?
No, you're thinking of Tremors.
Oh. Well, potato.
But I think there are now, because this is how long ago I've only seen this movie once, and this is when I was like fucking like, I don't know, 8 years old,
Yeah.
because it was on the TV when my dad was watching, because my dad loved Dune. But yeah, so this is, I don't know how old Jeannine is. Is she our age?
If I had to guess, I'd say she's a little younger than we are, but I
Yeah,
have no idea.
But again, it's an '84 movie, so it might be one of her blind spots, and I think sci-fi is one of her blind spots. So of a combination of, not her category, and a movie that came out before she was even born.
But they gave you the whole cast. Come on.
Whatever. It's subjective. To me, that's a 5-point question.
Mm-hmm.
But
Me too.
Yeah. So, but movie savants, I'm like, oh, whatever. That should have been a 2-pointer.
Yeah. How
Whatever.
was that one?
Whatever.
And the other thing that was interesting is that after the match, when they were doing the post interview, you obviously had Reilly,
Mm-hmm.
Roca was there, Merle was there, obviously Dagnino was there, and Craig was there, the barbarian stroking his fur. And
chinchilla.
His chinchilla. And people in the chat were kind of, like we were, what?
Stroking his chinchilla. That doesn't sound right.
Stroking his chinchilla. Ew.
Yeah, exactly.
But people in the chat, there were two things that people in the chat were talking about. When let's rewind it back to the beginning of the match when they were first coming out. Craig, Merle, Dagnino,
and even Cody got in
on it. They walked Reilly out.
Yeah, and Cody's like cheering from the booth.
Yeah, but then in the post match, all of a sudden Roca's there, and everyone's like, "Wow, Roca didn't even walk his boy out. Wow, what kind of team support is that?" And it's like, listen, just fucking think rationally for a second. Let's separate ourselves from the entertainment portion of this show. Maybe Roca got there late.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't even know what, but there's so many different factors as to maybe why he didn't walk out. It wasn't because he was like, wow, fuck this guy, I'm not walking.
And he's in the post interview, and look at him. He's not dressed in character. He's in normal street clothes.
Maybe he was busy that morning.
Maybe he came into the match late.
Or maybe the other thing we were talking about was maybe they just decided, oh, that's already like a bunch of dudes walking out. Let's let Craig, the rookie, get a little bit of the spotlight.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows? I don't think that's the case because I don't, we've seen more people come out.
Yeah, but like if that's the case, it's like, hey, sit back, let Craig. It's a smart move. It's a rookie. Get him in front of the camera. Get him some more exposure so people are familiar with him, and so when his match comes up, they know who this guy is.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Maybe Roca was just running late that day.
People trying to make drama where there's no drama again.
People trying to do it. Sometimes you got to do it to them. But Roca showed up in the post-match interview, which made the next topic of shit talk to be, wow, Bateman won't even support his teammate. Bateman's not even there. Jesus Christ, what a teammate that is. And it's like, listen. I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly when this match was filmed. I forget exactly when. But I'm pretty sure that Bateman was traveling.
He was.
Because I know he was posting about what he went to Atlanta.
He went to Germany.
He went to Germany. I don't think he would have been like, no, guys, I'm just gonna stay home. I'm not feeling it today. Like,
no, he was busy.
Pretty sure he's a busy little boy. So
busy man.
A busy man. I'm pretty sure he was busy. I don't think he was just like, guys, no, I'm just going to chill at home today. Reilly, I'm sure Reilly do fine. Good luck, bro.
And it goes back to our opening argument. People are trying to make drama where there is no drama because they want to see the Finstock Exchange just crumble.
But let me just put it out there that it's part of what makes the Schmoedown so great is people take it a little far sometimes.
Yeah.
People do beat a dead horse a bit.
Yeah.
They take it a little bit far. But part of this is it's entertainment.
Yeah.
And this is part of what makes people like
Mhm.
love this show.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, I'm like, yeah, man, this
Yeah,
is
sure.
great. This is great for the show. It's so
Yeah.
WWE. And it gets a little old
It
when it's just
it does.
nonstop. When fans like latch on to one thing, they do it on SEN too all the
Mhm.
time. Like with poor Brett and his
Yeah, and the
impressions.
impressions, yeah.
But it's all part of it. People do it with other shows too on TV and whatever. I
Mhm.
mean, people are still shitting about Rise of Skywalker. You just can't beat a dead horse enough, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's all part of the show, and I think it's all part of what brings people back or ropes people in.
That's true.
So I think it's
It's just being part of the faction. It's just annoying to be like, look, the Finstock Exchange is crumbling. It's like, okay, you're looking at it from an outside perspective, and it's annoying me because I'm in the conversations.
Yeah.
Because we all talk. Like, spoiler alert, we all talk to each other. I mean, sure, all factions do. So it's like everyone wants to talk and like make big deals out of things. It's like, well, okay, that's not the case because I know firsthand it's not.
well, I mean, that's why you just kind of let your matches
and
do
that's
the
that's
talking.
just me still learning to not get so worked up about certain
and
things.
taking things personally.
Yeah,
and stuff.
and that's something that I'm still working on, is taking things personally.
Yeah.
It's just it's a learning curve because I'm new to a lot of it, of like reading comments and people saying shitty things, and it's just me like, oh well, people are allowed to voice their opinions, and I got to remember it's their opinion, it's not. But like, I just got to stop taking opinions to like being attacked in that way. So whatever, you can. Bottom line, you guys can make drama where you think you can make drama. It's not. I can tell you firsthand, it's not the case with any of it.
Or is it? Or is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Maybe.
No. No.
I don't know.
Yeah. So do we know what's coming up? No, this weekend. Not this. Wait, next week is Atlanta, right?
A week from. Well, we're recording this on Sunday. It's a week from yesterday.
So is the Atlanta event. So do we know what's on the coming up for next week's matches, as far as Thursday and Friday matches?
Let's see. I don't want to go to triviasd.com.
You want to go to the Schmoedownlive.com.
Schmoedownlive.com.
Yeah, guys, go to, if you want any information about Schmoedown events, want to buy tickets, want to know about the players, want to know the rankings, the Schmoedownlive.com. Get those tickets, because like, I think Atlanta's almost sold out. It's like 10 general admissions.
Well, actually, I thought the last thing I saw was that Christian was adding seats.
Oh, was he?
He was adding like 10 seats or something like that.
Maybe that's what I saw.
So,
but either way, it's about to be sold out. So I'd go, if you're in the Atlanta area, anywhere near Atlanta. I mean, if we didn't have a kid and more money,
my God,
we'd be going.
Yeah, we'd be at every event.
Or we just, if we can if we able to find a sitter, I'll drive up there and hit up Alex. Like, hey, Alex, can we stay at your house?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. I know we only talk online. We're online friends.
I'll dog sit your dog for you.
Oh yeah, Hilo.
Oh yeah, he's so cute. So next week, actually, for Patreon, Monday and Tuesday, but for the normies out
General's
there,
Thursday.
General's Thursday is the first Star Wars division.
Oh, is that the Sean Sullivan?
Yeah,
and
the first Star Wars division match, Sean Sullivan versus Adam Witt. So that's going to be dropping for the general public Thursday the 27th.
Finally to see gameplay on Sean, because Sean's the one I'm curious about.
And Adam Witt, I had no idea.
I'm surprised he's going into Star Wars.
Me too.
So
that'll be really cool.
That'll be very interesting. But again, I'm very interested in this match because very possible that I'm going to see Sean down the road.
I think it's probably guaranteed.
I think it's almost guaranteed because, and I'm curious because how he was the second Star Wars player to go off the board after Alex. So curious to take notes on him and figure out his gameplay, weaknesses, strengths, and all that stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Gonna be paying attention. I'm gonna be taking notes on that match, so you don't have to worry about that. Definitely gonna be taking notes on that match.
And then it says Wednesday the 26th. I'm guessing it's a little off because of the
Atlanta event.
But Wednesday the 26th in the singles division, we are going to see Craig the Barbarian going against Clee Wiggins.
All right. So these two matches. So this first Star Wars match of the year. Who do you have?
I'm going to have to probably give it to Sean Sullivan because like we were just saying, I had no idea Adam Witt
Yeah.
was we obviously know that Sean is into Star
He's into
Wars.
Star
I had
Wars.
no idea that Adam was into it enough to want to get into the division.
And if the draft hadn't happened, I would I have no idea who gets this, because it's two rookies, never seen their gameplay. I can't find anything about Sean online aside from his Twitter.
Yeah.
And I don't think he posts a whole lot about Star Wars. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm bad at looking at Twitter sometimes. But it's I have no idea how these two can play. But the pure fact that how quickly Sean went in the draft, I have to pick Sean.
I'm gonna have to give it to
Sean.
And then for Barbarian versus Klee,
I mean, how do we not go in this giveaway?
It's hard to ask somebody who has a faction affiliation to,
Yeah.
So,
and these are two rookies as well, right?
Two rookies as well.
So again, on paper, I have no idea. I have no idea what Craig Barbarian's knowledge base is. I have no idea what Klee's knowledge base is.
Yeah, because this is both of their debut matches. So it's a toss up.
It's a toss up, and just factions aside, it's totally a toss up. But
yeah, gonna have to
exchange member.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to go with Barbarian.
Yeah, and then this is gonna be a good week.
Ooh.
Oh, this is gonna be a good week. Because then the weekend we have the Atlanta event, Alex Damon versus Emily Jacobson, and then I don't even know who the main event is. No one's talking about it. So.
Did we even hype this matchup?
I don't know. The Christian should probably do some sort of advertisement. Somebody named Ben Batman versus Dan Murrell.
I always do that. Before I fully became a fan of Ben Bateman, I always read his name as Batman. I always did that. I'm like, Ben Batman. Who the fuck does this guy think he is?
Cool name, bro.
Is that a stage name? I always used to do that. It's like, Ben Batman. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Trying to think, is that your official name, bro?
Yeah, cool name. But yes.
Yeah, but we won't be talking
Bateman and Dan Murrell.
we won't be talking about this match on Beyond the Schmoedown until the week after.
Yes, because we want to give a fair opportunity for people to see it.
I mean, it just general public won't get it until the week after anyways. But we will be talking about the two other matches.
Oh,
next week.
hell
we'll
yeah,
definitely
we
be doing that. But we'll talk more about our predictions next week. But really quick, I mean, I think we all know who we have in the undercard.
It's a lot like the Barbarian Klee Wiggins match.
You have to go with Emily.
Alex is not. Well, actually, it's not a lot like it because neither of them are rookies. But we've never seen Alex compete. Yeah. He's kind of a wild card in a way.
And Andrew Guy, I think Andrew Guy and Ben Bateman brought this point that if Alex puts in the amount of study time as he does have to have for Star Wars. Wow, I had a little stroke there.
I'm worried.
So Star Wars division is the hardest division to compete in. Period, because of the amount of knowledge you have to have and the amount of study you have to do. They say if he studies the way he studies Intergroup the way he studies Star Wars, that's a huge edge. My argument to that is, how much studying does Alex have to do for Star Wars, anyways?
Yeah,
it's already in his head. So I doubt that he. This is me. I could be bullshitting, but it's like, as somebody as dominant as Alex is, I know not for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have to do a lot of studying because he does it anyways. At this point,
that is probably
all the information is already in his head. So,
but he had to have gotten that information into his head at some point. He wasn't just born into the Force.
But
good. Thank you.
Good. Okay. But yeah, so it's like, how much studying does he actually do? Because I'm constantly studying because I have to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To me, this is a toss-up, really. When you take the factions out of it, it's a toss-up because we have no idea how Damon's going to do in Inner Geekdom.
Exactly.
So whatever.
But Emily is, how could we not?
And I don't want to harp on these because we're going to talk more about it next week.
And yes, true. Our predictions. Can we talk about how upset I am about Tampa being canceled?
Oh my God.
I've only cried 5 times about this. I'm trying to keep it together.
It sucks because we're so looking forward to them coming back because
I had a countdown on my phone. I was fucking ready.
And it's not like, we live an hour and a half away from Tampa. My parents live in Tampa. We can stay that night in Tampa. We have an automatic babysitter. I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
I heard it rumored that it was not going to happen, and I was just like, no. I refuse to believe it. I was just in denial.
And I get it. I totally get it. It's a business move. You can't because you have to pay for all the competitors that are traveling from California.
Yeah, and then all the hotels were like
Yeah.
super booked up, and if they weren't booked up, they were super expensive. And
Mhm.
I get the logic, but I just don't like it. Come to Orlando.
Yeah, it's like come to Orlando. You already
Come back to Orlando.
You already said that the crowd was great here.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a while for us to sell out.
Hey, but Atlanta was still selling out, and it's a week out. So
I know, but I think Orlando was different. That it was.
Shh.
But yeah, come back to Orlando. It's like you wanted to hook that WrestleMania crowd. We're an hour away from Tampa,
Yeah.
ish, depending on where you're driving from.
And go back to the same venue. We were only 20 minutes away. People can stay at our house.
Yeah,
We'll
horsemen
fucking
are welcome.
party.
We can have the horsemen stay here.
Man, I'm so fucking sad. So I guess they'll go back to Houston because Christian likes Torchy's tacos.
And then that actually makes sense for them to go back to Houston, back to Booker T's Arena.
No.
Just for pure entertainment, like just storylines and everything. It's like WrestleMania is that weekend. You have to Schmoedown in a wrestling ring. So it makes sense. It makes complete sense to go back there.
No, it doesn't. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I just want them to come back to Orlando.
Me too. Please.
or somewhere close to us.
My hopes were so
If they go to
high.
Miami, we're not going. That's what, a 6-hour drive?
I don't know.
I have no idea. How 3-hour drive? I have no idea how far Miami is from here.
I don't know.
But
I just want them to come back to Florida. My hopes were so high. But then I think about the people from Arizona who
that's
they
true too.
had an event just slipped through their fingers, and
Yeah,
it still hasn't been rescheduled.
huge difference with that is it was booked. People bought their tickets.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
last minute it
Well,
got canceled.
in my heart, I was booked and bought tickets to the Tampa event, so
No, we
I am
Even
crestfallen.
though we don't have to buy tickets anymore to these events.
Well, no big deal.
We're part of the Schmoedown now. We're part of the faction.
I don't need to fucking
don't need to throw it at everybody's faces, but we don't need to buy
big
tickets.
deal.
Even though the last couple live events we've actually bought tickets to.
Well, you gotta support the brand.
Yeah.
Baby.
But anyways.
But you know what? I'm happy for you, Houston. I hope it's a good time. And I hope that you all go out and party afterward because I sure as hell won't be here crying that night with my FOMO. I'm going to have a good time by myself. I'm going to have my drinks here at my house, not for $8 a piece. So have fun.
But anyways, really quick, who do you have in the main event for Atlanta?
I'm giving my boy Bateman the edge.
Me too, and we'll go more into this next week.
Yeah.
Just deep dive into our predictions next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you want to talk about while we're here? We're actually under an hour this time.
Holy shit!
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow. I don't know. I feel like we should talk more now. Jeez. What about the Tampa event?
When are you guys coming back to Tampa?
We come back to Orlando. My God. We have tacos here too. I mean, they might not be torchy.
Oh, well, we have that Mexican Korean fusion restaurant.
Yeah.
Remember that? What was it called?
I forget what that's called.
Something bun?
No. It's not a very good advertisement if we're saying how good it is and we can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, we don't go out much, guys. That's not very clear.
Yeah, man, I can't think of it.
We've only been twice.
Yeah.
But I remember it being so fucking good.
Yeah.
We have places you can go.
We go places sometimes.
Sometimes.
I leave the house when I have to. I leave the house to go to work.
Taco
China.
Taco China, that's what it is. Wow, where did I get bun from?
I don't even know.
Maybe because they put their shit in a bun?
Do they?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's like Mexican Korean fusion.
Yeah.
And they put bulgogi in a taco.
Dank.
It's so good.
It's pretty good.
So that's a reason to come here.
Yeah.
You like
so
tacos?
come here and we'll go get some
Do you like Korean barbecue?
Korean Mexican tacos.
Do you like tacos? Taco China.
Oh, wow. That was an excellent advertisement. They should call you up. Oh, God. Oh, no. I saw him reaching for a button, but I was like, oh, maybe he's just trying to play us off with the music or something. Just McClunky.
No, but yeah. So yeah, if you guys want, if you're like, hey, come to this place, come to that place, go to the schmoedownlive.com. They actually have a request section to where if so many people request your city, they'll look into it and try to book it in your city. So go to schmoedownlive.com if you want them to come, because people are like, oh, you got to come to Toronto. You got to come to Toronto. It's like, traveling. Technically, that's international travel. You got to make sure everybody has passports, and it's,
Would you ever consider, if we heard well in advance
Mm-hmm.
that Christian was like, all right, bitches, we're going to London or something like that overseas?
Oh.
I would just need to start. We would just be eating ramen for like a while. And, the baby will learn to use chopsticks and eat ramen.
Unless he puts us on the roster for people he's paying for to travel.
Well, then we're definitely going.
Yeah.
But
I think the only way that happened is if I'm competing.
Yeah.
That's the only way it would happen. But yeah, I would love to go because I've always wanted to go to London.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. London, it was just the first place I thought of because I feel like Christian has mentioned it.
I've been to Italy. I've been to that's the only place in Europe I've been to. But I would love to go to London.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Me too.
But money, kid. That's the only thing holding us back right now.
We'll make it work.
We're
gonna make it work because I FOMO. My FOMO is real bad. And
What's
if anybody doesn't know,
you keep saying FOMO. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, fear of missing out.
Yes,
that's what
fear
it is.
of missing out.
Sorry, I'm an old fart.
Wow,
I'm an old fart.
You don't know the words kids use nowadays.
No, I'm not hip to
FOMO, receipts, stan.
You're just talking gibberish to me. You might as well be talking to teas.
Spilling tea. Oh, piping hot tea.
I know stan. That's the only thing.
I fucking hate that term because I bet that some of the kids that use it nowadays don't even know where it comes from.
What else I also hate? I don't know if anybody's still using this. Is okay boomer. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, it's a little overused.
I fucking hate that. It's so dumb.
You know what I hate? And it just makes me fucking like, every part of my body cringes is when someone says awesome sauce. I hate even saying
it. Though.
That's old. People still say it.
They still do?
I emailed somebody at work something.
That's like saying cool beans.
Well, recently. 2020, I emailed somebody at work and their response back to me was awesome sauce.
How old is this person?
Actually, I've had somebody who was like 25 and I had somebody who was in their 40s. And I went, oh, honey, no.
Oh, well, cool beans.
No. Oh.
And on that note.
That hit me like a fucking baseball bat. Oh my God.
I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to start saying that.
Okay, boomer, cool story. Cool beans.
I'm bringing cool beans back.
Wow, you were so good at that. I'm now a stan of you.
I'm bringing cool beans back.
Oh God,
I'm doing that. So anybody on Twitter?
Hashtag cool beans.
Cool beans, bro. Use it, please use it. Hashtag cool beans. Bring it back, son.
Oh.
Anyways, no. I think we'll end there because we're so far off Schmoedown conversation now. We might as well just end it.
Ben, come back and help us. Goddard, please. Goddard.
No.
Somebody needs to corral us.
If Goddard was here, it'd be much worse.
Actually, you're right. It would be a lot worse.
Much worse.
We'd be at least a mile away from where we got.
I love having Ben on, though. I want to have a general discussion podcast, maybe for patrons only.
Yeah. He seems like a nice guy, and I think he streams on Twitch.
Does he? I mean,
I don't know.
I sub to him. I use my Prime sub on him. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, well, I'll check him out.
But anyways, so I think we're going to wrap it up there. We're actually over an hour out now.
Ooh, we did it.
We did it. High five.
Yay, high five. Yay.
Across the table. Okay, so where can they find you online, Nicki Dimalanta?
Oh, well, on the internet, people know me as Dimmy. Mm-hmm. And with Twits, it's at DIMMMYYY.
So look for Dimmy in the chats.
Oh, yeah.
Comment on how much.
No.
How
on
awesome
what?
Her singing voice.
Oh, no.
She's told
Honey,
she loves it when you do that.
Honey.
She doesn't get embarrassed at all when you tell her what a great singer she is.
No, I could have done so much better. I wanted to record it again.
You did great. You're too hard on yourself. You're your biggest critic.
Cool beans, thanks.
Hashtag cool beans.
Oh boy.
But as for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA. Follow, like and subscribe to us on YouTube if you're listening on YouTube. On Tuesdays, moving it to Tuesdays because I don't want to go up against Reilly again because I got destroyed by Reilly's stream. Going rogue, my Star Wars weekly stream, moving that to Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 for my Pacific people. But talking Star Wars every week on the live stream, so go check that out. Also check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/Andrew and Nicki, NICKI. for exclusive content. As far as exclusive content goes, the $5 tier, the Squadron officers will now get access to video commentaries for the Clone Wars episodes. First one's going to drop Wednesday for patrons. So if you want to watch me talk about the episode, just my thoughts on it, just while you can watch it along together, go check that out at our $5 tier. And not just doing to Star Wars only. So when the Marvel, and I'm a big MCU fan, so when the MCU shows start to drop,
MCU stan.
cool beans. So when those drop, I'll be doing watch-alongs, or not watch-alongs, commentary videos for those as well. So go ahead and check us out on Patreon. So with that, I think we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up. So thank you everybody again for tuning into this episode of Beyond Schmoedown, and we'll see you guys next time.